What is up, guys? In today's video, we're going to be checking out the cars that you can buy in Forza Motorsport. So I know all my other content so far has kind of been around this game. I just got it, and it's pretty fun. So I'm just trying to make some videos out of it, and maybe I'll find some other racing games that are fun too. So starting off, we have a Ferrari 296, McLaren Sabre, and Automobili Pininfarina Bestia. I'm sorry, I butchered that, but never heard of that one. We go to Acura NSX. Those are in lots of the Forza games. The Integra Type R. No, I'm surprised we didn't have any other like the 4C or anything. Any other Alfa Romeos. Alpine, I don't know much about them. AMC, where's the Gremlin? No, I'm kidding. I mean, it's not a great race car. It's not really that good of a car in the first place, but yeah, no. I would have liked to see the Gremlin in this game. Apollo Motors, I don't know much about them, but they have some quick cars. Ariel, I think this is in lots of the Forza games, and it's pretty decent. The Aston Martin, I think they did a good, lots of Aston Martins, and good ones too. Like, the DB5, I like that one. DBR1's really cool. Audi, I like the choice that they did with Audi, because I love the Avant, I love the e-tron, RS7 is sweet, the R8's awesome, the TTRS, the RS4 Avant, all of these are pretty sweet, and just like the rally versions and all the extra stuff that they have is pretty sweet. Auto Union, also in Forza a lot, but I don't know much about them. And that was the car that was featured. BAC or BAC Mono, I don't know much about them, but this car is pretty quick to drive. Now Bentleys, these are normally in the Forza games, and these are at least these like the normal one. It's not super quick, but when they do like the body kit and all the race car stuff, that's when they get quick. And then this car right here, that's gonna be really fast. Okay, we have the BMW M3. That's always a solid one. M3, M4. And then the M Motorsport M8. That one, I want to get that because looks like a solid race car. A lot of the BMWs are in some of the other games, but they had a really good selection of BMWs in this game. Lots of them. Brabham, I don't know much about them. I don't remember if they're in any of the other games or not, but looks like they have some karts and stuff. And then I don't know anything about the Team Motul stuff. Bugatti, it looks like they have a nice little selection of their 5 cars that they have in most of the other games. They have the Chiron, the EB110, Veyron, Bugatti Devo, and then the Type 35C. I'd say it's a pretty good selection for a racing game. Now the Regal and the Regal Trans Am, a race car, I like that. I wish that was free. The Buick GSX, that's a solid older muscle car, but those you can kind of build them. It takes a little more money, but you can build them. And then here's the Cadillac stuff, which a lot of it is just these crazy. I don't remember which series of car they are called. I don't know if it's called a V series car or what it's called, but these cars are so fast. Like, they're not open wheels. I don't know what it's called. Okay, and now we're back. So we got this Caterham Superlight R500. They normally have some Caterhams in the Forza series. Don't think I've ever seen this. It almost looks like a homemade race car, but it's Chaparral 66. That wing looks pretty crazy. This one looks pretty interesting. I'd like to get this one and drive it. The new Corvette E-Ray, because it's got the electric front wheel assist. I don't know if they call it assist or front wheel all-wheel drive. I don't know, but it sounds pretty awesome. And then they have the C06, the C8R, Forza Edition Coupe, the C7 ZR1, which that would be really fast also. Then just the regular Corvette Stingray Coupe. That would be like my dream to have when I'm like 65. It would be sweet. Like a... Can't tell if it's like a track car or drag car. Looks more like a track car. C7. And then we got a Camaro ZL1 1LE Forza Edition. Camaro ZL1 1LE. SS Camaro. Another C7 Z06. And then we have a C6 ZR1. A C5 Z06, which I don't know if that was in... I don't think they have the C5 in Forza Horizon 5. Correct me if they do. I don't know. I don't think they do. I know for sure they don't have the 2002 Camaro, but... Like, I know it's a super ugly body style, but my grandpa has one of these, and it's still pretty fun to drive for what it is. And then we got... Oops, don't want to skip to them too much. We got a... C4 Corvette, and then we have a IROC Camaro. We have Monte Carlo, and then an older Corvette race car. And this, I believe, is the I think that's the C3 Corvette, because I think that's the C2, and then the original Corvette doesn't seem to be in this game. And then, don't blame me if I butcher this one, Citroën DS3 Racing. I mean, it looks like just a little SUV, I guess. I don't know what to expect out of it. We got a Datsun 280ZX Turbo race car, Datsun 2000 Roadster, and a 510. I have a 510 Hot Wheels that's pretty sweet, because I wheel swapped it. But I don't know much about them. And I wish they had a regular 280ZX Turbo without the race car style. But then we have a All-American V8 Challenger. We got the Viper. And then, let's see. I know in Horizon we have like a few different years of the Viper. I see 16 and 14 Viper. We got a 2008, we got 1999. We have a lot of the good ones. So we got a Charger Hellcat, a Dodge Dart SRT, Challenger SRT8, a Neon SRT4, ACR, Viper, Stealth RT Turbo. My friend used to have one of these, and then it blew a piston through the hood. But at least it made a funny story. But yeah, that's the only time I've ever heard of one of these cars. And then Coronet Super B. I've never heard of a Shelby Omni GLHS, but the Daytona, what a classic. The classic Challenger and the classic Charger. Donkervoort. I don't know much about them. And Eagle Talon TSI Turbo. Is that a real car? I mean, it looks like it might have been real in the 90s, but I don't know if it was in the US or not. Eagle, so like I said, I don't know much about Eagle or the Exomotive. I don't know much about that. Just looks like a like a homemade cart type deal, but maybe a brand makes it. Ferrari, the SF90, like I said on the stream, it's like the one that Whistling Diesel has. The 296 GTB. I don't know much about the newer Ferraris, but I like the 2009, like 2019, 2018 through like 2010-ish. Those are like my favorite years of them. Portofino 488 812. This is probably, I think this is probably my favorite Ferrari, the 812s, the 812 Superfast. The F12 TDF. That's kind of like the 812, but a little bit different. The California, that one's kind of cool. It's kind of like a cruiser car. I mean, still fast. I mean, if it's got the Ferrari badge, I mean, it's gonna put down some power. The 599XX Evolution. The F355. F40. Gotta have it. The Dino 250 LM. That almost reminds me of a Lamborghini Miura, but just a little bit. And then some of the classic Ferraris. Looks like we got a GT500, regular Mustang, Focus RS, a Ford Falcon. We have an not an EcoBoost, a Ford GT, Shelby GT350R, and then we have another one of those. Dude, I need to figure out what those cars are called because that's gonna make me mad. But you know, those type of cars. Ford Falcon, an older Focus RS, and then a tuned version Focus. We have the 2005 Ford GT, 2003 Focus RS, an SVT Cobra Mustang. Those are kind of cool. Those, I mean, along with the older like 2000s Camaros, those just didn't have as much power, but you know, they're still fun to have, fun to drive. And they don't have like the best looks, but you know, it's kind of, it depends. A little bit of it is just like, you know, your sentimental value and if you like to drive it or whatnot. We got an Escort RS, Mustang Boss 302, 2+2 fastback. We got a Ford Mustang GT Coupe. We have another one of those race cars. Gordon Murray Automotive. Never heard of them, but Holden, Commodore. I've heard of Holden, but I haven't like ever seen one because I don't think they are in the U.S. Civic Type R, and then a race Civic Type R, and then every racing game has got to have the S2000. Like, you know, it's just kind of a staple. The NSX R, the SH Prelude, Civic Type R from 2004, a 1997 Type R, NSX-R, CRX SIR, and the RA300 race car. HSV, I don't know much about them, and then Hyundai looks like they got some Veloster ends. Infiniti, they got the G35, Q50, and the IPL-G Coupe, which that one looks like a sport. It looks like a newer version of the G35. And then I think the G35 is also like it's pretty much the same as, just a different body style, but pretty much the same as the 350Z. And then Jaguar XKRS GT, the XJ220S TWR. Sorry, I am kind of stupid right now. The Jaguar E-Type, the Jaguar D-Type, the Koenigsegg Jesko, Koenigsegg Agara RS, KTM Expo R, Expo GT2, Expo GT4. Now the Lamborghini stuff is so long, so I'm just gonna say, Asenza. Holy cow, I'm tired. Don't know why. Asenza SCV12. Okay, we got the Lamborghini Asenza SCV12, the Huracan STO, Huracan Evo, Sion FKP37. I have one of the Hot Wheels somewhere. Lamborghini Sion. Don't know where that is. Huracan Performante, Ventador SVJ, Centenario, Veneno, the J, Super Veloce, Diablo, Gallardo, another Diablo, Countach, the Jarma, Espada, and the Mira. The Lexus LC500, RCF Track Edition, RCF, and the IS350 Sport. Oh, and the GS350 Sport. Lola, I don't know much about that. I know they're in most of the Forza games, but that's about it. Lotus Amira, Lotus Avisia, Lotus Evora 311, a Spirit V8. Really, that's a V8 in? That's crazy. Just some Team Lotus cars, and then a tiny little Elan Sprint, and then a older race car. Link & Co. I've never heard of them, but Link & Co. 03 Plus, and then a race version. Maserati Ghibli Cup, Maserati MC12, Maserati Tipo Birdcage, Maserati 86 GCS/53 Pinara Berlinetta. I don't know what I just read. I don't know where they came up with that name, but they could have probably shortened it. But whatever. Maserati 300S, and then an 8 CTF. We got like a race modified with a roll cage Mazda MX-5, regular MX-5, one of the race cars, another race car, MX-5, RX-8, RX-7, which is the one that everyone wants for drifting stuff. RX-7, MX-5 Miata. That's like the classic Miata. The 323. Oh no, that's the classic Miata. Well, they're both pretty much the classic one. The Savannah RX-7. They have lots of RX-7s in this game. The 765 LT Coupe, 620R Sabre GT, 720S Spider, and then the race car version. And of course, you gotta have the Senna, because that was like the star of the show in Forza Horizon 4. So 720S Coupe, 600 LT, P1, F1, P1, F1, and then lots of race cars. And then it looks like we are into Mercedes-Benz, the AMG 1, the AMG GT. Now, Mercedes honestly could get a little more creative with their names, like, the number. I mean, they do what they want, but I mean, all their cars are kind of like that, like AMG GT, AMG GT 4-door coupe, GT3, E63S. I mean, they're keeping it minimalistic, so. And yeah, I don't own the company, so I don't even get a say in what they do, but. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. C62, more race cars, Mercury Cougar, and another Mercury Cougar, and then we got a Mercury race car, a Mercure race car, MG6 Power, I didn't know MG was still around. Huh. Okay. Like a MG race car, an MG BGT, and then an MG twin cam. I think my uncle has one or two of these. They're pretty cool. They're a lot smaller than I guess that looks pretty small, but they're like tiny in real life. John Cooper Works Mini Cooper, and then another. So we got one's just 2021, one's 2012, and then we have the Mini Cooper S, which is pretty much in every single rally game. We got a Mitsubishi Lancer, which I have right here for the Forza Horizon 5 Hot Wheels Premium. If you guys didn't know, I am a big Hot Wheels collector, so I am very much so a nerd. But so we got all kinds of Lancers, GTO, and we got the classic 1995 Eclipse. We got the Nissan's, the Neo EP9. Don't know much about it. Nissan Z, that one I'm excited to buy. I mean, I have enough for it, but I'm right now just kind of saving stuff a little bit. The Nissan GTR Nismo, the Sentra Nismo, which it's very, like, I looked up the specs for it, and it's something that, like, could have been better, but it was, in my opinion, it wasn't very well executed. But, you know, that's just my opinion. You got the Ultima race car, GTR, another race car, Fairlady Z, which is basically your 350Z, Skyline GTR, Silvia, Nissan R390, another race car, Silvia KS, Skyline GTR, V-Spec, another Silvia KS, and then we have a Nissan Fairlady Z with the twin turbos. Another Skyline. What's this? 240SX. Oh, that's nice. I like those. Those are cool when you upgrade them. Skyline HT 2000 GTR. Nissan. Man, it's kind of crazy from what the GTR came from. It's pretty wild. R380, Fairlady Z 432. I didn't even know that was a thing. Huh. Oldsmobile Cutlass, and then a Oldsmobile Hearst. Opel Kadett, don't know much about that. Orca, don't know much about that. Oh, I'm surprised that they only have one Pagani in the game, the Huayra. I'm sure I have a Huayra around here somewhere too, Hot Wheels. Peugeot 308, DG Sport 205, 905. Now, Peugeot or Peugeot, I'm going to call it Peugeot actually. But I don't know, all their cars are basically just numbers, so those get confusing. We have Plymouth Cuda, and then we have a Plymouth GTX, which classic American muscle. And then, so this kind of goes with that 2002 Camaro, since they're not the same, but they're kind of close to that same type body style. Firebird Trans Am, the newer one, the sort of old, like the middle one, and then the pretty much original one is there. You know, GTO Judge, that's pretty sweet. Now we're on to Porsche. We got some 911s, a Mission R. I've never heard that one. And then the Taycan Turbo. That one's pretty quick in Forza Horizon 5. 911, 911 GT2 RS, 718 Cayman, 92 Porsche GT Team 911 RSR, Porsche Panorama Turbo, the race car one, and then another 911, and then a 918, a 911 GT2 RS, 911 GT3, 911 GT3, Porsche Carrera GT, What the heck? 911 GT1 Strassen version. Okay. 911 Turbo, 968 Turbo, and the 944 Turbo. That one's not super common in games because it wasn't as popular of a Porsche. Or wait, it might have been. It's one of these two. I'm pretty sure that's not quite as popular. I don't remember. 959. Then we got the 924, 911 Turbo, 911 Carrera. I have that exact Hot Wheel on my wall, but it's on the other side. Porsche Speedster, Radical, Racer, don't know about those. Renault Megane, Clio, Sport Clio. They fit a V6 in there? That hood looks kind of small, unless it's rear engine. I don't know. We got all kinds of stuff. Celine S7, Celine S1, Shelby Cobras. We got SRT Viper. This one doesn't make sense to me because shouldn't it be with the Dodge stuff? I mean, I don't know. Super BRZ, STI, and then WRX, another WRX, WRX Impreza, Legacy RS, GR Supra, Celica Sport, the classic Supra RZ, Celica GT4, the MR2, Celica GT, 2000 GT, the TVR Griffith. That's in lots of racing games, but I don't know if it's this one or the older version. The Ultima Evolution Coupe. This one is super fast in Forza Horizon 4 and 5. And the reason I only go back to 4 and 5 is because as of right now, I don't have copies of the original one, the second one, or the third one. And so I'm hoping that I can buy a Xbox Series X because it's backwards compatible with 360 stuff. So I'm going to probably try and see if I can get some of those games, and then we'll try and play those and maybe even do a throwback stream, but that's a long ways from now because I don't have near the money to buy just to go out and buy an Xbox. We got a R32 Golf, GTI, Corrado VR6. We got a Sirocco, a Golf GTI, and then this surprised me. Only one Volvo. I mean, 850R. It's pretty solid, but you know. The Vol 05RR. Don't know much about that. The Xpeng P7. Don't know much about that. And the Zenvo TSR-S. Don't know much about it, but I think it's quick. And that's going to wrap up the video for today. And I just wanted to thank you guys for watching. And yeah, don't forget to like and subscribe if you like this type of content. And yeah, I'm hoping to make more racing style content because I don't know, I just like the car content and it's kind of fun for me to make. So yeah, we'll see you guys in the next video or stream or whatever's next. Alright, bye.